It's Vaders and KJ!
Today we're here at a Terminal City Roller Girls B-side practice with head coach Johnny Quad, who also happens to be on the coaching staff for Team Canada, and who has agreed to sit with us today and give us tons of great information.
When you were doing strength and conditioning for the All-Stars, that was when I started to think of roller derby as a sport, just like football, soccer, and all those other sports. It hadn't really clicked for me. It was more of just something that I was doing for fun. It was like a passion, and it was so underground. And then I never really thought that I should actually be training my body as an athlete. So thank you for that.
Basically, this guy knows his shit.
Yeah. Huge inspiration for me as an athlete for cross training.
To be able to walk out of the opening ceremonies of anything, knowing that you've got the maple leaf on is right.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
There's nothing like it until Georgia W. Tush crowd surfs. Then there's nothing like that.
What drives your passion for coaching? What's the history there?
Well, I mean, I was a former professional athlete. I competed in skiing, like alpine ski racing, and I also competed, wasn't professional, but internationally in mountain biking. So my coaching background, which is, I've been certified and trained and spent a decade traveling all over, including coaching in Japan, I wanted to take the opportunity to share that or transfer that knowledge to roller derby, because there's not really much in the way of programs or training for coaches, right? Everyone's working together. It's super cool. Happy to be able to contribute.
What would you say is the focus now in strength and conditioning versus maybe 4 or 5 years ago when we were doing those kinds of programs?
It's a great question, because I think that fitness has a big role in it. And
for sure.
What motivated me was injury mitigation first and foremost. Like, the best fitness program in the whole world is one that you will follow.
Yeah.
100%.
Right? Because it doesn't matter if you have the best fitness program in the world and you don't follow it.
You have to find out what works for you. Some people are really good at motivating themselves, and some people need to go to a gym. Some people will never get to the gym and should work out at home. So you should find out and pay close attention to what works for you, right?
For everyone, every sport, every athlete, is that you need to have goals in order to get better. If you don't have goals, then you're never going to move from where you're at.
Right.
And so with fitness, it's the same thing. And so if you're expecting to improve and enhance where you are, you need to find out where you are right now and make a plan on how to get from plan A to plan B.
And this is super important, is that you can't change what you don't measure, right?
Yes, I feel like maybe back then people weren't 100% sold on the idea of cross training as much as they were like actually skating. Whereas like now it's very clear how important personal fitness is, off skates training is.
So important. What are you guys looking for that's different this time than what you were looking for last time?
It's a great question. I mean, obviously, track awareness, skating skills, it's a combination of all things, and that's indicative of a sport that's growing and emerging. But power, like your posterior chain, so that gives you the power to accelerate, right? And also the ability to stop quickly. You can't do that without a strong lower core. Recovery is super important. So because it's a game that's played in intensities for a minute to a minute and a half to 2 minutes. So your ability to come off, get your stuff, and then go out. So strength and endurance is something that I'm going to be focusing on and talking a little bit about with some of the athletes. So the ability to maintain your maximal effort for longer periods of time will be super important. So
what would you say once you find out you've made the national team? What are the top 3 things you should put into action right away?
A rest period, then we'll start building strength, then we'll build maximal strength, then strength endurance. And then when you're in season, that's when you can do things like agility, proprioception, all the things that don't sort of deplete your energy stores when you're playing.
Your JQ will be setting out goals for the Team Canada skaters in terms of like what weights and stuff they can start lifting, or like in terms of creating more muscle gain and mass overall. And then you go through your season and you continue training, and JQ will be there to guide you through that as well. Your season ends, and then you look into tapering and stuff like that much closer to the world.
Should we explain tapering? What tapering does is it enables your muscles to store up the glycogen that you need to perform at your peak during the tournament time. So basically, a week to 10 days before the tournament, guideline or rule for tapering is you do the same intensity but half the volume.
Yeah, we were talking about that in our last video.
Well, she was talking about that. I was smiling and nodding. Something that has nothing to do with roller derby, but a fun fact about JQ is that him and his wife, P1, built a tiny house
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I know a lot of people are fascinated with tiny houses, but they're all the rage right now. Can we just have a few seconds to say that's super cool that you did that? But can you like walk us through like how that came about?
You know, there were times when we were down in Chile or New Zealand, right, the opposite seasons, but there you need a summer job. So I've done a lot of work as a carpenter, and I've also worked in the logging and surveying. It's both a faller and a lineman. So I have a lot of sort of practical experience building. P1 and I have always wanted to build our own house. She's quite, as you know, a fairly well-known artist, and she got a grant from the Canada Council about exploring, how the intersection of art, architecture, new technologies, new approaches and stuff like that. So we built this prototypical home. So she started a company called Homemade Homes.
Yeah.
And we built this 10 by 10 home with a composting toilet, solar powered. It's great.
And not only that, but I have to say, like within the roller derby community, what was really cool is that JQ and P1 did call outs to see if anybody wanted to come and participate in the building, which I thought was really cool,
and
because
a
lot of people did. A lot of people just wanted that experience. It was like the community coming together to, like, first of all, some people had building experience, some people wanted building experience, some people just wanted to get the fuck out of town. And these guys like made it a really fun experience for people to come together and be part of something.
It turned out great, and it was really fun to have skaters and stuff up there,
Yeah. And you also met a little friend out there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which is my second question, because I'm a big fan of cats.
But they're totally related, because there's a very traditional way of cladding homes in Japan called shoshugiban, or yakusugi, or shoshugiban is the process of roasting cedar planks.
Yeah.
So we got these 1x8 cedars, and I followed the Japanese tradition. Of course, the American ones, there's lots of hipster videos of, we're doing this shoshugiban thing, and they're like PBR and propane torches, right? But we followed the Japanese method, which was we built a pretty hot little fire, and then we took we took 3 planks and we bound them together with baling wire. And they're like sort of 8 foot long, and you put it over the fire. And what's amazing is it can be, did you guys see the video? It's like a jet engine at the top, right?
Yeah.
It basically, the fire starts burning inside. You can actually put your hands on the outside. So we turn the thing around, burn, anyway, and then you hose it down with water, and you have this charred black alligator skin looking cedar plank that is now impossible to relight on fire. You can't restart it. It's resistant to insect, and it's waterproof. Yeah. So that's what we put around the outside of the house. Now, we were down there in the wood pile. I was down there getting some wood, and I hear this tiny little cry, and there's a cat somewhere around here. I crawl underneath the cabin, and I look, and there's this 2 yellow eyes and this pink mouth just opening like this, and I go, holy crap, there's a little tiny kitten in there. So I went inside, got a beer, and came out the back and sat there, and I started like talking to myself. So he knew I was there, and I put out some cold cuts, some turkey and stuff. And about 20 minutes later, he was like, and I looked down, and there he was sitting there. So I lured him up on top of my lap with turkey. And this is a feral cat.
How big was he?
Oh, he's like that big.
Yeah.
And most of that was distended belly from worms, right? So a feral cat is not looking good, right? Yeah. And so anyway, I opened the door to the cabin. He followed the turkey in, closed the door. Of course, as soon as you do that, he's behind the toilet, and he's like, that's it, we're done. Yeah. But you know what? Within 2 or 3 hours, he was just out on top of my shoulder, purring away. His name is Yakisugi of the Woodpile, or Sugi, which is cedar.
Big fan.
Yeah, he's a good cat.
Big fan of Sugi. Thank you for talking to us today. I have a feeling we'll be making another video soon.
I hope so. That's great.
On the testing, because I think there's great value at home for people who want to do that. Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe.
Give us a thumbs up.
You know you want to subscribe.
Yeah, especially if you want to see the next video that we do with JQ, so you won't miss it.
Yeah.
And now it's KJ's What Grinds KJ's Gears.
What grinds my gears? Well, this week on What Grinds My Gears, I wanted to pay close attention to World Cup.
Because it's happening again, hence the video we made today. And we were there the last time and have some experiences to share about that. One in particular being when the national teams are announced. Usually they're announced on Facebook.
Yeah, and now, okay, so you all have your favorite players, you know,
friends, teammates,
everybody has people out there that they love. Somebody you think was well deserving.
Yeah.
do not go on Facebook and complain that they did not make the team. Remember that everybody trying out is a human being.
Mm-hmm.
They have feelings.
And eyes that read things.
You're allowed to have opinions about things, but inside voice. Keep that on the inside.
That's kind of what's something you do with your friend over a glass of wine and you say, you should have made it.
You should have made it.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Just don't do it. Nobody wants to hear it. Maybe just that one person that you think should have made it, but again, one-on-one will do. You can tell them one-on-one.
Yeah.
They're not in the same place as you.
They are your good friend,
Yeah.
so you will see them face
If you
to
can't
face.
see them over a glass of wine, pick up the phone, old-fashioned way, call them, let them know, hey, you know what? You should have made it.
So that's it.
Yeah, that was it for what grinds KJ's Gears
Fall
edition.
Time
off, it's a really big mental fuck when you're trying to be like, oh, you know, I don't want to be out of shape, and then you come back and
Yeah, we do.
yeah.
Oh, because I've been like,
Oh, you can swear on this channel.
Yeah.
see, I had media training in my other job.
So
Yay! Outdoor edition!